How are the Vikings afraid of dragons? They're like all extremely friendly. Why am I trying to analyse a preschool series? He just eats it! What was that? A rock. That's how you communicate with other animals. It's a cliche getting lost. Because you're a child! Oh, that's one-liners. This is a preschool series. Don't think like that. He's a child. Who do you believe? Oh no! Questions on you. Dragon. Dragon Rescue Riders is a show. A preschool series that released on 27th of September 2019. The end of 2019. There's been 2 seasons, 3 specials, and a 3rd season on the way. Wow, they've done a lot in 2 years. It's almost as if money from underdeveloped babies mentally watching garbage is a good motivator. This show has twins Dak. Who is he similar to? To be honest, he's just generic boy character, isn't he?
He is boy.
And Leyla. Does she look like Daphne from Scooby-Doo?
That is exactly what I thought about the first time I saw this character design.
She has like the orange hair, purple like clothes, and like a green scarf.
It's literally exactly the same.
Rescuing dragons and helping people in their adopted hometown, Huts Galore. Huts Galore.
What the f are you doing?
They're joined by Winger. Winger. That's his name. Winger. Cutter. Cutter is, oh, he's sharp, so he cuts stuff. Burple. Rip-offs. Gronkle. No, he burps and he's purple. Summer. And then the female one is just called Summer. Why is Summer so different? Summer's like an actual name. And Agro. Agro. Aggravating. This series is targeted for little babies. Good one, you really showed them there. And that's exactly the reason why I took it upon myself to watch all 14 episodes. Yes, all 14 of the first season, to prove once and for all why this show is a complete rip-off of House of Train Dragon. The absolute worst, unequivocally pile of doo-doo TV show ever spawned. Now, I decided to get me through this long and laborious journey is to have a drink. Because I'm British and that's the best thing we can do. One of many. However, the commentary or the action part of this video, I've drunken a lot. And it's only been... It goes downhill very quickly. A few minutes. What have I got myself into? Let's do this. Right, episode 1. Why am I watching this?
Everybody needs a hero, someone to save the day. We're higher along the world.
Okay.
We're the Rescue Riders, and how we ended up here, now that's a story.
We start with narration, something that isn't carried over to other episodes, so it's out of place. Also, he doesn't really say anything, stuff that the audience could just pick up on anyway, so it's also useless. What is he doing? We jump straight into what characters enjoy doing, saving dragons. There's no introduction. They're just into stuff. You're half right. The writers should have showed, not told, about their backstory. Wow, he has good vision. Now, technically the pupils would dilate more, aka get bigger, because that absorbs more light. Doesn't really make sense for it to go smaller. Now, the reason why I'm pointing this out is that these anime shows are an absolutely fantastic learning tool for young children. And you get the sense of quality from the show when they pay attention to small details such as this. You're just ready to end it. And this is where we meet Duggett, the chief of Husklaw. He's just got an odd shaped helmet, I just realised. Why? Daphne and the boy continue to explain to him and the audience how they grew up and how they could speak dragon. Again, would have been better to show this, but oh well.
Okay, this might sound crazy, but Dak and I can understand what dragons say.
Who you got?
Sure, yeah. And now it's time for a confession. To be honest, the animation quality, or at least the textures, aren't that bad. I thought it was a lot worse than this.
What's that now?
I mean, there's also the stupid sound effects. The amount I want to bash on this show and say it's awful, it really isn't that bad.
He said it! He said it!
They take the chief back home, meeting the townspeople.
The dragons!
Figured that out all by himself.
Yes, he did. And the villain, more of an antagonist, I guess, Magnus. He's very stereotypical, with just a very generic evil sort of inventor design with the mustache and his accent.
Devouring all their food!
It's just a rock. He also behaves like Mildew, with less reasons why to trust the dragons. He's just a bad design. I mean, to be honest, it's all bad designs. Like, the kid character's alright. Viking guy's just generic. The most, like, cartoon you can make a Viking character. Dragons are bad. Dragon designs are bad. And then with that, there's obviously his machine, because he's an inventor.
But at what price?
Price? Free, of course. We just like to help people.
Free. Oh, free. Not in this capitalist society. You can't have anything free. And in this episode, it's a tree cutting machine. Did it fart? Did the machine fart? There's a bit of competition between the dragons and the machine to see which one's better. I don't know. Wait, I just realised, does the female, she has eyeliner. The female dragon has eyeliner. But so they feel sad and unwelcome and then leave the island.
Come on, team. Time to wing it out of here.
Wing it out. But whoa, what's that? The machine goes out whack. Just get hit by it. It just out of here. The town people appreciate them helping them out and then decide to stay. So the first episode is finding their home. They all live happily ever after. I mean, to be honest, it's a good quality, like, preschool show. Like, even I'm somewhat enjoying it. You know, like, I don't hate it. It's not like super invested into it. But honestly, I just don't like the dragon name attached to it. It should be sort of its own, and the similarities with House of Dragon. Oh, how opinions may change. I'm gonna refill on the cider, and it'll be episode 2 out of 14. Oh. All right, on to episode 2. Oh. We join the rescue riders in a training beginning of the episode.
No, rock eating! Please say rock eating! Just once, rock eating.
All he wants is a rock eating contest. They each take it in turns to try and fire at a red target, which is really should be stupidly easy to hit. He's just spinning. What happened there? They all fail, and there's an obvious setup for learning experience. Alright, when does she get saddled? Continuity, I really don't know. Daphne takes way too long to plan stuff out and overthink stuff, and boy, just jumps headfirst into things. And then, overall goal is to learn that. Oh no, you need a bit of both. Don't overthink plans, but also have a plan. Harmony!
About 45
What are they doing?
slight
Just rolling. Here we meet the character Elbow. Okay, who's a fisherman, but tries his best to do anything but be an actual fisherman.
And if my plan works, I'll never have to fish again. Brace yourselves, rescue riders, for I'm off to do the impossible and map the famous maze caves under Mount Hutskalor.
Map the maze caves?
That's right.
Mapping the maze cave equals
Rude. A map will take
never being able to fish again.
What an awesome idea, Elbow. I bet people will love having a map.
Logic? I mean, this character's pretty charming. He's not laugh out loud funny or anything, but he's enjoyable.
But I'm filled with blind confidence, and that's never a bad thing. Wish me luck, rescue riders!
Blind confidence. I guess it is supposed to be an ironic joke.
Yum. Anyone else getting hungry?
Forget because he's big.
And with this idea,
Fat. He's always hungry. Remember when I said it goes downhill very quickly? It becomes much more significant now.
Come on, Burple!
He's also fat, so he has to be lazy. Also, those wigs. I guess it's similar to the Gronkle tiny wings, but oh my lord. According to all, quoting the best movie of all time, according to all known laws of aviation, the bee should not fly. And they have bigger wings than this guy in proportion to our body size. But the reason why probably the bee can fly is because it's so small. What am I doing?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
He said the Star Wars thing. He must be a Star Wars character. So Elbow enters the cave to navigate it. But oh no, the next morning, turns out he's not out yet. So, decides to rush in after him. Oh, look at those textures. The cave. Wow.
It really is a maze down here.
Amazing.
A good sign. Come on.
Didn't we already try this way?
He torched the thing and somehow that light the inside of the lantern. What? And Daphne stays behind to figure out a plan. Also, if you think I'm a lightweight, I'm not. This is like 8.1% or something. And I'm on a relative empty stomach. I do eat pizza, but like half a pizza, I don't eat much. So, I'm not that full. Good. I'm glad you're trying to justify your alcoholism.
Oi.
Finally catches up with Elbone, but gets lost himself within the cave.
What's that?
It's the dude.
Doesn't
It's the
sound
dude.
like a dragon. Or a wolf. Maybe some sort of
It's the dude.
cave creature?
It's the dude.
Creature? Well, that really nails it down.
It's the dude.
Whatever it is, we need to find it before it finds us. Hang
It's
on,
the
Dad.
dude.
Always hanging on, Wing.
Brace yourselves, everyone.
Dumb bloody dragon.
Or-
There you go. Also, how do you get lost? Just follow your steps back. How do you forget where you're going? It's a cliche, isn't it? It's a cliche getting lost.
I had to pass the time somehow down here, so I played Rocky over there, best out of 7.
Looks like Rocky beat him 4-0.
What was that? A rock. And we're still stuck with Daphne trying to figure out a plan, even though really it's not a hard thing to work out. There you go. 17 birds picked. So you just need a couple. One main one and a good old backup Z plan. This episode wouldn't have been able to achieve its main conflict without a good old rushing of the time. So for some reason the cave decides to flash flood, even though there's no sea nearby or river.
Rising waters underground means the maze caves will be flash flooded.
Did you say flash flooded?
Wow, now she's under pressure.
Remember when I said we're safe? I'll take it back.
I'll take it back. We're doomed. Great commentary. 14 plus 24. And I decided to do maths in this state. Good one, me.
It's my fault too. We never should have come in here without a plan.
He's learning to plan, and she's learning not to overthink the plan. Wow. So, comes out with a plan to leave breadcrumbs of fire scorches like they did before. Breadcrumbs. Wow, it's almost as if she should have done that to begin with. And not be a dum-dum just rushed in there. Well, I guess he's learning, isn't he? He's just a little child. He has to learn basic common sense. Ow! Ow. Then there's Daphne, who uses a rope to leave a trail, which I don't know why it took like 5 hours to figure out. That's like one of the most basic plans. Also, why did she attach it to 3 dragons? Why not just make one extremely long rope? Because they run out. Good plan. Bit dumb.
Go on without me! Save yourselves! Burple, you've reached the end of
Good
your
reference, guy. Good reference. Daphne finally comes up with an actual proper plan, and it's to smash through walls of the cave to reach the other people. It just totally ignores structural integrity. You know, the cave may not collapse on you, it'll be fine.
I would if I weren't out of fire. I need time to recharge, Dak. Time.
He has a shot limit. Like, and has Shooting Dragon, and they somewhat ignore that. And also, how do they blast through the walls with slamming? It's a children's show, it's fine. Of course they leave it down to the wire, as all high stakes should. Where's the water at the beginning of it? And they make it out just in time, with Elborn kissing the ground.
I don't know what I would have done without you.
Die.
Be in there forever.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Oh. Okay, beat me to the punchline. Hooray. Wow. I mean, that looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. The end credits. On to episode 2. Why is he just a priest? He is just a priest who has a dragon. And that's what they advertised it as. Congratulations for figuring that one out. We join our rescue riders again doing another training thing. Is that going to be a common theme for these episodes? I don't know.
Pretending to be scared before.
How are you scared? You're like 2 inches off the ground. You fly, for peeps' sake. You have wings. Fly.
You have wings. Oh yeah, right.
Okay, they planned all this out. They keep getting me at this, really, they do. I guess, and it's about people stuck up a tree? I don't know, to be honest, I didn't really pay much attention to this episode. As you can see, me literally going onto my Switch and playing Breath of the Wild.
Who can be rescue riders?
Hogan, what?
Right.
Yeah, a lot of this episode in the commentary side, it's just a lot of noises. But following on from that, this episode is centered around the holiday Hugin booth, which is just basically Halloween. It's just the same machine. They just repurposed the same model.
That actually looks pretty good.
Come on, at least make a model different. I sound very interesting. I look like a very What do you mean? Wait, who's that? If you are paying attention, here we meet, for the first time, the character Marina. To be honest, even now, after like recording a majority of the episodes, I still don't really know who she is. She just likes creating stories and scaring people for no reason. Why? Decrepit old lady. Also, it's been like 3 episodes and we haven't like seen a dragon. And because it's a Halloween episode, it's got to be a stereotypical Spookums episode about ghosts. Wow! Originality, guys.
What?
Ghost? It's a dragon. Oh, ghost. Oh, ghost. Oh, ghost. Burple's the only one who gets scared by the ghost story. The others obviously don't believe her because they know ghosts don't exist.
Gonna take a walk. Maybe have a midnight snack.
You can fly, don't have a walk. Midnight snack, well, he's fat, so of course he's got to eat. What? There's actually something out there that acts like a ghost? So Burple gets very scared. Burple tells Daphne that he just saw the ghost from the story. I swear I've seen this sort of plot or like premise of an episode like 50 million times. But instead, Daphne tries to ask people to convince Burple that the ghost story isn't real. Hugin booth! Why? Just why? Woof? You're not a fucking dog. Marina is just a... I don't know what she is. Just doesn't want to admit it.
I'm making a lot of gold selling my painted pumpkins to scare it away, so you will never hear me say it's fake.
Not wrong. He's an entrepreneur. Then they turn to Magnus, again a very trusted source. Bro, you're ruining his stock. So far, this is probably the worst episode. I visibly get really bored. How long is this episode left?
The fire to protect the town is very heroic.
And then, you know what? I'm just gonna play the commentary part.
Marina made it up. Seriously, Layla? There's nothing to...
Look behind you. Oh, the stereotypes. Oh, the stereotypes. There's no such thing as... Turns out it was a dragon. Of course it is. Most obvious mystery in the world. And I already called it what it was before. Dragon. This is the Slinkwing. It can go invisible and it spews green sticky substance. Because Burple was afraid of the ghost story, he gets character arc, if you would call it one. He becomes brave and figures out how to deal with the invisible dragon. By splattering it with the pumpkins.
You haven't seen the last of me.
What's your motivation, mate?
Well, you. I'll go invisible and Little crazy sticky stuff.
What's the motivation? You're an animal. You should have like primal motivations instead of just troll. You're like a Twitter troll. Twitter troll. Wayo. Turns out its actual main motivation was the food. There's a lot of food around. Even though we discovered that's actually an egg-eating dragon later on. But also, it's a bit late for why the motivation. It's you figure it out at the end of the episode. I don't know, just this whole scenario doesn't really sit right with me.
Blinkwing, huh? Yep, I don't know why I didn't figure it out sooner. It's right here.
Because you're a child! Yeah, no, I wanted this episode to be over with, to be honest. Right, on to episode 4.
But we got him! Woohoo! Awesome!
Is it child? Yeah, I'm a complete twat. I forgot to move my mouse cursor off the screen, and it lasts for the entire episode. How to kiss a dragon. What? Anyway, we rejoin our rescue riders, just finishing up a mission this time. They return to Hutsgalore, and I think the chief wants to be with one of them? I guess that's how you could explain him barring at sheep.
Still nothing.
Yes, because you just say bar at a bloody sheep. But anyway, there's been fires set on another side of the island, so the dragon riders, the rescue riders, go and investigate. Perfect line of fire. Is there a dragon being here?
What could have caused those fires?
A dragon!
Hey, sheep! Stop! We're here to help!
I understand you. Sorry. Me.
Yeah, I'm as lost as you are.
Time to relax!
Oh, he's dead. Oh no, he's dead. Oh no, Kratos isn't gonna like this.
The boy has fallen ill!
She did a cop-out death thing.
Balloon. Sound effects.
Custer just turns out to be a moron, and instead of being, you know, actually helpful, he just makes stuff worse for Magnus. Pick it up and put it in, and then you would have looked like you would have helped out more instead of just rolling it and buzzed over. You made him mad and angry. Thus, he turns around and does this.
At worst, a harmless praying.
Harmless! I say where there's smoke, there's a bad dragon. A bad dragon that sets fires to scare sheep, and that has to go!
What? Chief, you can't be considering this.
Well, I've always liked young Cutter, but if he did set those fires... Whoa, this is a tough one.
He didn't do it.
Tough one. You have no evidence. You're just going off of a guy that's lied numerous amount of times. Versus children and dragons who have helped and rescued and supplied support and aid and been good to your society. Who do you believe? Questions on you. So Cutter gets upset that Magnus is accusing him of setting the fires, which is a bit weird because no one else is accusing him. Liquid.
You okay, Cutter? I didn't set those fires. We know that. Of course we do. At least you believe me.
At least you believe me, but one guy doesn't, so I must sob about it. It's just one guy that no one trusts anyway.
Why should I help them if they don't trust me? Don't listen to Magnus.
Yeah, why listen to the one guy that just actively constantly, once you guys are gone, who just hates you for being you? Why would you listen to that guy and not listen to your close friends? He's a child, and it's a kids show, so it's good learning. After coming up with that stunning conclusion, the rescue riders go out to prove that Cutter is innocent.
So what do you think, Summer? Could it be
natural causes lightning strikes? I don't think so. This line of fires is too straight. Someone is doing this on purpose and relighting them.
He fires at a fire. Put out. Oh my god, what? It turns out to be a dragon. Oh, how surprising!
And it's a dragon?
Wait, it's a dragon? Not as if there's a world full of dragons that breathe fire. How is that an impossible option? Or a surprising option, to be honest. I did call it. It's a dragon. And I'm not really half paying attention because I'm drinking this. Piss. Meet Agro. A monstrous, a fire fury. Oh, what?
Either something I ate isn't agreeing with me, or...
Yo! Stereotypical, like, oh, I'm sitting on a whole thing. Oh. Blah, 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 blah. Ooh, wee. She flies away as quick as possible without even, explaining what she's doing, because there is an explanation to all this. Because it would make sense to, say it now rather than later.
Which way? That way, I think.
Wing, and now he's stuck. Because he's... Guess what? FAT. You're not as cool as a Night Fury. You don't have the weird echolocation thing. That's never like in the films, but only in the TV show. You haven't got any cool swift abilities of it. Stop pretending to be a Night Fury. Got stuff in my mouth. Right, after that small rant, Agro escapes, but they need to go and find her and capture her before apparently Cutter leaves forever. I don't know.
Cutter might have to leave forever. Then saddle up.
I mean, one word of a guy doesn't mean you have to leave forever. That's like me saying, hey, the Two Morons YouTube channel, they make bad content. They should leave forever. Like, they're gonna leave forever. Just because I say it.
Yes.
Prove you're innocent. Even if I do help you...
You don't have any proof that it was you in the first place. Innocent till proven guilty. After that lovely inspiring speech, not on my end though. Guilty. Cutter decides to actually join.
What? You really think I could have stayed home after that speech?
Glad you made it, Cut. 'Cause I got nothing.
You made it because you made it an important speech. There she is. And, use his ability to see well.
Is there something wrong with your neck?
Yes, there is something wrong with his neck. Your stupidity. And the most ununique joke ever. And they managed to find Agro and corner her to question her.
You mean you set the fires as a way to keep the wolves away from the sheep, and we've put them out? Oh no!
Bit of a weird thing for a dragon to do. I have comprehension that wolves eat sheep and I care about the sheep. The rescue riders proceed to help the sheep. And now here comes an episode of Law and Order. Okay, this series has a new crime. Not bad, but boring. 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 Boring.
That'll light it. Heads up, Chief W is headed this way with you know who. Hi, Chief. Magnus.
Thank you, Rescue.
Well, with that concluded, episode 5, Heavy Metal. Oh. 5 out of 14. I'm not even like... There is 14 episodes, broskies. 14. Yeah, as you can see at this point I was pretty done. Watching like 5 episodes in a row. Not good. You're gonna be lost. We join our rescue riders once again. Again, I think doing training. They're doing like racing. It looks more like a fun activity than training, but oh well.
A tailwind.
Tailwind.
Fun while it lasted.
You always lost, bro. Just accept it. Accept that you have a flaw, but then you make up in other areas, bro. May not be fast, but you're at least fat. One compliment I guess I'll give the show is that it's good that they sort of start off these episodes like they've been doing stuff like additional training or additional rescuing.
Let's all wing it.
Winged it. Because when they mention this stuff in previous or episodes later, it seems much more believable, and obviously it shows time has passed and they've gained more experience. Bates. The gang return to Huts Galore and finds out that it's falling apart.
Accidents happen. Oh, we need to get to the bottom of this at once before the whole village falls to pieces.
Can't have me cup of tea. Can't have me cup of tea in me mug.
The blacksmith, I didn't actually catch her name, is running low on materials.
Well then, looks like I need to find some more Felsium before the whole town falls apart. And
Buildium. Buildium. Yeah, I've no idea why they didn't just use a normal metal. But anyway, the rescue riders turn it into a competition to see who can find the buildium first. Also, Magnus, with his marvellous inventions, joins the battle. And then it's that dude. And they're gonna work as a team. Because remember, teamwork, kids. Makes the dream works. Animations. What I say somewhat randomly here is the actual theme of the episode. Even when I'm like half paying attention, I can predict what's going to happen.
You just close your eyes and count haggis jumping over your face. Again, and again, and again.
A concept that I've never heard of before. Agro finds Burple under a pile of rocks. Okay. And Daphne was like the only smart one and actually asked what buildium looks like. And of course, because she knows what she's looking for, she's the first one to find it. But, you know, gets. You just got lucky, bro.
Just got lucky.
Yeah, boy just finds Daphne and follows her. Then a short while after, Magnus comes around the corner with his invention. But oh no, disaster strikes. They get trapped in the cave. Who would have thought it?
Oh, pick me! Oh, I know, me! I don't do well in dark and dank places. They give me the heebie-jeebies. Dark, dank, heebie-jeebies. Oh, something moved.
So he's a pussy. He's a pussy.
Meanwhile,
Did you guys hear something? It sounded like faint, desperate yelling. It's probably your stomachs, Burple. They're always squawking about something. Maybe, but my stomachs don't normally sound like, help! Help us! Help!
Why don't you stop for a snack, just to be sure? While I find a Beltium.
That's a great idea!
Get it, guys? Because he's fat. They had the bright idea of pushing the boulder slightly to the side so Daphne can escape and get help from the others. You will be still. Yes, push it! Push it! Push it more! Oh, she's crushed. Rip there, well, that's the end of that, guys. Goodbye.
taking her so long?
She's been out there for like 2 minutes, mate. Calm the fuck down. Daphne manages to find the other rescue riders and rush back to the cave.
But for the record, I'm not helping you. I'm helping you help me.
That doesn't make sense, dude. Don't make sense. I'm not helping you. I'm helping you. Help me. That's exactly what is... I'm helping you. Doesn't actually make sense, dude. Should have said, I'm actually helping myself. I'm not helping you, I'm helping myself. There you go, that would make more sense. They managed to pull out the boulder and casually roll it away.
I'm a winner.
It rolls. They took like 6 dragons, if I count right. I don't know. Many dragons. And 2 children and him push it out, but it just takes him to pull it.
Maybe even make me chief.
No, they won't make chief, mate. That's just an unrealistic goal. You don't make chief out of like one good, successful thing. You do. Muddy. Yes, that is muddy. Well done. That's what happens when you fall in mud. Magnus starts bringing it to huts galore. But oh no, we haven't completed the theme of the episode. He starts going out of control. And...
None of us can do it by ourselves. Listen up, everyone. I have an idea.
Teamwork! Meanwhile, in the town, whilst the boulders racing towards them. Why are you eating... Why are you eating pine cones? Why are you eating pine cones?
My shield isn't very shieldy.
My shield is very shieldy. Great dialogue, guys. I bet that took a week to work out. But in the end, the rescue riders band together and saved the day. Oh, they love each other. If they do that awkward thing, they must mean they love each other. Because of teamwork. Even though they worked well as a team before this. So, it's a bit of a weird lesson. On to episode 6! Iced out. Wow, I need piss first. BRB. Right, yo. Right, me lad, me lad, me lad. Right, me lad, me lad, me lad. This will be the last episode for tonight. I am not even halfway there, but if I watch one more, I will be halfway there. Away, 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 away. Away, 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 away. Alright, let's just go. Iced out, so there's gonna be Ice Dragon. Another classic Rescue Riders intro with them rescuing people. It's the Chief.
Maybe it was for my lunch.
You gotta go hungry. Oh no, he's got another one.
Oh, yes.
Alright, you are gonna go hungry now.
Always carry a spare.
You have 3, dude. But Agro feels a little bit left out. When she tries to help, she keeps on getting, cucked. She's being ignored and she don't like it.
We gotta go catch more fish right away. And we need you to stay here and make sure Burple's fire stays lit.
Keep Burple's fire going? Really?
You got it. Thanks, Agro.
Hey, that's an important job. Without fire, you won't be able to cook the fish. Oh, and there's another one of these.
But fresh fish sounds even better.
Get it? Because he's... I swear there's like 4 or 5 of them each episode. But anyway, Elbone goes to the rescue riders needing some help. They're gone on a mission, but Agro is still left behind. As I said before, she's feeling left out, so she thinks, oh, I'm going to do this mission on my own and be completely fine. And to prove herself, it's another sort of stereotypical Do you guys actually appreciate me?
But
He said butt and he pointed to his butt. Such genius. Genius comedy. They travel up north and they get stuck on an ice sheet or berg. I don't know what to call it.
frozen wings? Well, you're a fire dragon. Can't you just warm them up or something?
You can fly. Technically, your wings aren't frozen. You can fly. You just do that motion. As soon as I saw she was a cooler colour, I knew that was going to happen.
That's why they don't make fishing poles out of ice. Huh.
Yes, because it'll freeze your hands off, mate. You get hypothermia. Hey, watch the fire be out.
Fire's out. And where's Agro?
See? See the important of keeping the fire going? The rescue riders proceed to look for where they've gone.
Elbow must have come to the roof looking for our help.
Just has chicken wing, leg under beard. They quickly figured out that she went up north to help out Elbow. Dead. They're dead. They're dead. Wow, good thing she ain't got sensitive teeth.
Smile on.
I forgot to mention that they were rescuing an egg trapped in ice. It's now hatched, and it's a fire dragon. Thought it'd be a cool ice dragon. No, it's a fire one.
Who knew ice was so icy?
Who knew ice was so icy, my guy? Who knew? I think I knew because the name is Ice. Initially, they tried to heat up Agro so she could start flying. Goodbye, leaving everyone. Apparently that didn't work. They tried desperately to try and get the rescue riders who are just flying above them attention, but Agro is still all out of flame.
Unless we find some way to get their attention.
Maybe.
Need I say more?
There you go. That's what I was thinking. And they're gonna go over the edge.
Oh no, too cold.
And they're dead. Well, that's that. I'm gonna leave it for there. Jesus Christ almighty. No, she actually lives. They go back and make amends, obviously. Now, that commentary was a complete and utter mess. Haggis! Haggis! So I brought in my good friend Indominus Rex01, guess that's his full name, to help me with the commentary part of the next few episodes. Sick day. Here we go.
Oh boy, we're gonna try and be funny.
First, a quick look at the theme song. Is it the theme song?
What? What?
It's not awful. Like I can imagine myself at like 5 years old, liking this, you know.
Okay, I've got 3 things to say right there. First off, the opening sequence. The blue one's tail clipped through the moon.
No.
And second of all, that theme song wasn't catchy at all. And third of all, I hate this.
So once again, we join our lovely rescue riders. This time, actually having a bit of fun. I think they're doing like volleyball or something.
I am aware that this isn't, that I'm clearly not the target audience of this, and it's trying to be something.
As the title implies, Burple gets sick.
It just went flying!
I don't think that's how physics work. A sneeze is stronger than a rock. What the hell? Just look at this. Eels? Oh, that's just a rip-off of How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, who would have thought?
Who would have thought? There's so many similarities, yet it's like completely different. The dragons are scared of eels. This is obviously gonna play a part later on in the episode. I mean, that's just classic laws of filmmaking. Chekhov's gun.
If there's one thing all dragons are afraid of, even me, it's
Surprise parties?
no Burple, that's just you.
That is not
I'm
funny.
talking about
Do you know what I hate? Unfunny jokes. you know what I hate? Murder, terrorism, surprise party.
We could play one more round.
Did he just sneeze out a rock? What the hell?
That's not how noses work.
He came out of his nose. Look at his tiny nostrils. He just eats it! As Burple's falling downhill, they obviously return back to base, so he gets more comfortable.
I already know. This purple Gronkle is my least favorite character.
He's pretty aggravating. That's not what it's like to be ill.
My question is, what is the sound design?
Oh, the sound design is awful. The rescue riders try to diagnose Burple with dragon fever. However, Indominus and I, we come up with a different diagnosis.
Is this a fever? I don't know. What's a dragon fever?
No, he's dying. He's got cancer.
Yeah, those lumps on his body, that's not... That's not lumps, that's cancerous. What's going on?
All of those rocks would take up 90% of his body weight.
Yeah.
At the end of this, he should just be able to float.
Have you seen the size of his wings as well?
Yeah.
Like, he shouldn't be able to fly normally, let alone with like piles of rocks within him. After that display of rock blasting from sneezing, they do determine that it's dragon fever and is actually contagious. What? So you could guess that the next morning, all the other dragons have come ill with it. Also, here's a bit of a compliment, but also a critique as well. To be honest, this segment's going to be a little bit messier, because half the time we're talking about something completely unrelated.
Okay, I'm actually surprised how detailed that model is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was sort of saying earlier. I thought, textures and the models, not the worst thing in the world. Which I was surprised about. And the stories themselves aren't the worst, they're just very stereotypical and stuff that I've seen like hundreds of times as kids. So it gets a bit boring, but it's to be expected. Like this is the typical sick gimmicky video, you know. I mean, Daphne and Boy try to proceed to look after the dragons. It goes as well as this. Oh my god. Did he just fart?
Yep.
A sonic boom fart.
Okay, you definitely have a fever. Here, this will help you.
No, she just sets herself on fire all the time. That's no different from normal.
I guess you could say she has a burning sensation. A boom ching!
Right. This is the last time you've been on my channel for that. I knew it. I was about to call out that when she sneezed, I bet she throws out fireballs.
I'm not joking. I thought she was just gonna turn her head around and just burn the blue one.
Burn it all. Daphne sneaks the help of Marina, and of course she just spouts out there's a curse and they're all going to die, so not very useful.
Wait a minute, hold on. Really bad fever, disabled for days, and I think you already know what I'm trying to connect this to.
No mention of it. The virus that cannot be named. I think they she figures out there's a cure for the COVID.
That dragon's mouth is horrifying when it talks.
We're also talking over quite like a nice bonding moment between Daphne and Summer, which is, you know what, a nice bit of development.
Wait,
Oh yeah.
The other humans can't understand them?
Yeah, so it's just the boy and the girl can understand the dragons, but the others can't. So they have to translate it for her. Which I'm surprised they actually keep it consistent. The amount of times that they could have just made the people just understand them. But they have actually kept it consistent.
Yeah, and that's clearly from the books, because in the book, Hiccup can speak Dragonese, and he's the only one who can actually speak to them, to my memory. Out of all of the things that they take from the book, they took that.
Yeah. Like, I guess the excuse is that obviously both take inspiration from the book. Which I wouldn't mind too much, but it has many similarities to How to Train Your Dragon, you know, the films and that in itself. Like, Winger is just a Night Fury, a blue Night Fury, really. He has the exact same blast. Meanwhile, Boy still at base, looking after the dragons.
His eyes are orange.
Yeah, I was about to say, does he have like the weed eyes? Oh no, I'm going to be editing that over it now.
Keep in mind, some adult writer had to sit down and write this.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
They couldn't make it wholesome, they couldn't make it like charming, no, they just made it this.
Now it's Daphne's turn and she is going to try and grab the cure from the sea where the eels are. Oh no, eel.
Oh no, eels, how terrifying.
No, it's not. I don't think I can do this after all.
Oh god, she just has a full-blown panic attack. Oh no. This bit is genuinely quite nice.
I told you, we can get through this together. You can't ride with me down there. It's way too dangerous. What if I can't get...
I think that's quite sweet. Not gonna lie. I mean, that's a good message for young ones, like to support your friends and that. Back to Boy, and it's just more of the same. He figures out that he can look after the dragons in his own way.
Oh, this stock music is very jazzy. Wait, what? Wait, what? If he didn't do that, the blue one would be dead.
After that inspiring speech from Daphne, they both tackle it together. They're either got to get the cure or
or they all die. I'm starting to notice a pattern. I'm starting to notice a pattern with all my jokes. It's all about death.
Obviously, they win, get the cure. Woo! How long have we got left?
It's only 2 minutes left.
They're really dragging this ending out. Oh, there we go. Finally, Jesus, it's over. There he is.
What is that design?
That's the villain. On to episode 8, Bad Egg. Oh no. It's just gonna be a rotten egg. In this brand new fascinating episode, we join Magnus with his new invention wanting to start a new well for huts galore. But the rescue riders beat him to it. See?
Wait, what? What?
Science.
That's That's not how it works! That right there justified nearly every single law of physics.
Magnus learns that they use the Dragon Diary and thinks if he can use that to get rid of them. Bit of a stupid plan, but I guess it's something. This is probably the most villainous thing he's ever done. You have another hand. You have another hand! So the rescue riders come across a random metal egg. I wonder who that could be. Now, it took a while for us to understand. That's because we were really not paying attention in some parts and completely missed the beginning of Magnus even wanting to steal the diary in the first place.
It must have fallen from a tree.
An egg this big would be in a giant nest.
Yes, it just fell out of a tree. Dragon Diary? They can't even say Book of Dragons.
How is that a dragon egg? It's just a sculpture.
I swear, if that actually ends up being the solution.
Oh, it's...
Wait, what?
Oh, it's the... him?
Oh, it's...
Predictable.
What
is he...
I knew they couldn't resist bringing up.
Why?
What? I don't know. You could probably just sneak in anyway, to be honest.
Yeah. I guess you could say there's a imposter among us.
Oh no. Oh no, you're gonna make me put that meme in now. Whilst Magnus is sneaking around in the middle of the night trying to steal the Dragon Diary, Indominus and I have a lovely discussion about the models. I mean, if you're interested in that sort of thing, here you go.
Somebody actually put effort into detailing these.
I mean, I can't tell those bumps. No, those bumps are definitely the texture. The model itself isn't too bad. In terms of... with technology nowadays, making a model is quite easy. Because I have experience in modelling. 3D modelling.
Ooh.
So, yeah. I could make that model, realistically. I mean, it's still effort, yeah. But by all means, that's not really that complex. To be honest. What? This is like the most evil thing he's done, by the way. He's just been like Mildew says, oh, I don't like dragons, look at what they're doing. Now he's actually like actively trying to do something against them.
What is his goal here?
I don't know. We probably missed it, to be honest. You would know if you paid a bloody attention. Nevertheless, Cutter decides to take the metallic egg outside for some reason.
Okay, did not see that coming.
What you?
Wait, what?
What do you mean you did not see that? You let the egg outside. So why would there be a dragon claw there? If a passing, yeah, like a passing dragon probably just swoop down, pick the egg up, and fly off. It won't go like, oh, let's leave an obvious claw mark. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to like rewatch a bit of this. Oh no.
Oh no.
I mean, I'm gonna have to for editing. The rescue riders managed to track the egg to the nest of this dragon metal. I don't know what it's called. I can't be asked to research it. All we can get from this bit is to find out what accent the dragon has. Wow, we're really focused on what the plot is doing. Oh my god.
What on earth? What accent is that?
Accent. I think it's a really tame Scottish accent.
Mama's here.
You know it's bad when the Northerner can't pinpoint a Scottish accent.
Yeah. Scottish Irish, but like really like tame. So the rescue riders discuss a bit what they're going to do about the Silvertail Ironclaw. Yes, I just heard it in the clip. What? The dragon's called? Oh god. Anyway, I think they come up with an idea to put stuff in their ears so they can deafen the sound a bit, so they can sneak the egg out. But instead of, you know, focusing on what's happening, we decided to talk about, well, so I just realised, why is it all the kids British?
That's actually a good point.
I thought they would all be like American.
Yeah.
I guess it's another fascinating angle to this if you're interested in this sort of stuff. And also, you only just realised that? This is like 8 episodes in.
Unless, like, this is like a regional thing where different countries have different voice actors.
Possibly?
Because it's obvious here that this show is trying to capitalize.
Oh.
Yeah, yes it is.
There you go.
We're British English and just English.
Let's see what they sound like. I don't know why they changed their accents though.
Okay, I actually know the reason. It's mainly because for certain shows, especially when they're aimed towards children, the corporation behind it thought it would be a good idea to have, like, for if the show was airing in Britain, they would have British voices because parents won't want to walk in and see them like watching an American cartoon. Instead, they'll want to watch something British.
Yeah, and kids probably like this is like the learning phase, if you know what I mean. So they probably end up adopting the American accent if they hear it too much. Also, I want to hear the voices.
Phew, we're safe.
So he does sound a bit different. Back to what's actually happening in the show. The rescue riders are sneakily trying to extract the egg out from the nest. The egg rolls away and they start hatching. Convenient.
Okay, when this show is trying to be funny, it's failing miserably. But
Yeah.
when it's not, but when it's not trying to be funny, it's succeeding.
I'm definitely laughing at it, not with it.
My ears are bleeding.
Yeah. Also, this is American.
Oh no! Sing the British national anthem.
Should I keep it on this American accent or the British one?
Let's switch to the British one because
Screw you, Americans. Even though they're like probably 60% of my audience.
dude, Americans are my audience.
I've gotten used to the voices now, so I don't like change. The rescue riders managed to settle the new babies.
A little too well.
That isn't funny. Not funny. Didn't laugh.
But Magnus had a better idea. Ow, my ears.
The composer's trying.
I told you to leave my eggs alone!
No, it's Cornish.
Really?
Cornwall, yeah. Or Dorset, yeah. Wow, congratulations, you finally got it. It took you long enough.
Where's my other egg?
Yeah. Where's my other egg? That's definitely Cornish.
I can definitely hear it now.
The big mama dragon is very angry at the rescue riders, so she decides to chase them and hurt them, I guess. Don't even give them a chance to explain themselves.
He died!
He's out of this.
The show ends here with him dying.
Well, that's it for this episode.
It's all just a misunderstanding.
Oh, really? Let's see if you understand this!
Okay, just doesn't give them a chance to explain. Good one, adults.
I love how the fire doesn't even set fire to the ground, it just scorches it.
Yeah, no, adding a fire effect would be too much money. So now they figure out how to defend themselves. In a very morbid way.
She was afraid of you. That's it. You're a water dragon. If silver-tailed iron claws get too wet, their wings rust and they can't fly. Which
Wait, what? Wait, in order
Yeah, so actually spray them with water. Sorry.
in order for it to rust, that would need to be actual metal.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be metal. But metal would not be able to make them fly, yeah.
How did a dragon naturally evolve to have metal armor?
Yeah, because like pure metal isn't natural. They always come in ore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
not an organic thing,
what?
yeah. Okay, he's just got lucky with another water
The
reservoir.
water again.
Well, so they're actually spraying her with water. They're saying, oh, they could not fly and develop rust.
Yeah. If she'd developed rust, she would probably die.
Yeah, you're actively like killing her and her children. Great one.
The children should starve to death.
Yeah, they will. The riders managed to resolve the issue by showing Magnus to the mother. So we decided to talk about models again, because that's fully relevant.
Wait, hold on. The nostrils don't go in. They're just whole.
Definitely like a model saving. Because you can't make like an internal like system in the model, so they probably just make a small hole, like a small dent to resemble it, but it doesn't actually go. Like his is a small dent as well, if you look closely. It doesn't actually like go up. The rescue riders leave to head home, and Daphne decides to plot into a dragon diary, because this episode, you know, focused on the dragon diary a bit, about the new species of dragon that she saw.
We're not going to do anything about him.
No, just leave him.
Handsome, and brave, and funny, and smart, and heroic, and easygoing, and patient.
I'll tell you one thing this show isn't. Funny.
Yeah. But to put down all the, you know what he was all saying? I could sum that all up in one word. Arrogant.
Yeah. Home Alone. Macaulay Culkin just appeared.
Quarantine. They had the COVID episode. That was quarantine episode. I got pasta.
Okay.
Italia. Yeah, no one cares, mate. Anyway, we join our rescue riders, gathering resources, such as food and wood.
I guess you could say he's cutting edge.
Right, that's your second warning now. That's an egg.
Eggs.
That was an egg.
He just eats it.
He has 4 stomachs, apparently.
Dude, that would be the size of its stomach.
Yeah.
He didn't even chew, he just swallowed.
Oh god, it's like a snake. And of course, it wouldn't be a Dragon's Rescue Rider episode if they don't stumble upon eggs.
Eggs. 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
It must have washed up here the last time this valley flooded. But it hasn't
Wait, what?
for weeks.
How? How?
Lost.
I thought it was just dirty, isn't that? Is that what they look like? The hell?
Where did it come from? The ocean isn't anywhere.
Here we meet very stereotypical evil henchman-like. I don't know. There's like one leader, and then one really silly one, and then one forgettable one. But as a collective, they're all pretty stupid. Oh, I don't know. It's so, I've seen these traits so many times before. Nothing original.
Are these changelings?
No, these are like the evil dragons. So they're just evil dragons then, okay. It's a bit stupid. They should have made it so all dragons were just dragons.
I will say, I do really like the colour and how they reflect the lighting around them.
Back at the roost.
That mouth!
You really don't like it, do you?
That mouth is going to be in my nightmares.
Don't talk with your mouth full. Ugh. Technically, the British version is probably the more accurate one.
Yeah. Actually, I wonder, in the American version, is the Scottish guy still Scottish?
Surely.
Are you going back to check it? Yeah. Look at that frame! Look at that frame!
Dak, Leyla, ready to go?
They're still Scottish!
It's the exact same. The chief wants to find a new storage cave, so Boy and Daphne go out in search of that.
Yesterday was the day I lost my calendar.
Scouting, flight, possibility.
Did you just laugh at that?
Maybe I should stay.
Yeah, because he's just dumb. Okay. He just randomly just put in, just yesterday is the day I lost my calendar. And again, I'm a complete twat. When I was changing the settings, I kept my mouse on screen. You complete idiot. I'm gonna do a better Scottish accent than that. Fuck no. I'm quarter Scottish. I'm letting down a quarter of myself.
Embarrassment.
I know. See, I'm part northern, so.
You aren't northern to me, Savannah.
Leaving Agro, Burple, and Cutter to look after the eggs.
The purple one can't be here because the purple one will probably eat the eggs.
True.
So instead, I'm voting for myself.
Yeah, he literally just said that.
Wait, what?
He literally just said that as you said that.
The stuff which I'm saying off the top of my head is happening in the show.
Yeah, that happened to me last time. So you can tell it's very predictable.
It's not predictable, it's just the writers are clearly just writing off the top of their head.
I guess, yeah.
Oh my god, that is horrifying!
When there's eggs on trays, Slinkwings come out to play.
He's my cousin, I have to bring him. But don't worry.
No you don't, you're an adult, you can just kill him!
Nammy said I had to bring my cousin.
I am calling him Kevin.
Hear ye, hear ye. Let it be known that this dragon is now officially called Kevin.
Kevin!
Just break down the door, you're dragons!
I mean, I guess they're trying to sneak in there and sneak out.
What's the point? Because either way, they'll see the egg. If they sneak in, the eggs will float due to them being invisible.
Mm.
Huh? I'm joking. It was probably just a wind.
Why didn't they sneak in when they had the opportunity to? Oh,
yeah.
It was open for like ages. Also, what the hell? They're massive. How do they fit into that?
Yeah, how could they even get in?
Onto Daphne and Boy. Also, look at his helmet. Why is his horns lopsided?
Because it's the visual representation of what's going on down below.
Oh no. Too big? Yeah. How can you have a storage too big?
Well, here we are.
Not cavey enough. And now back to Kevin.
Exactly. But this time, I'll be going in through the door.
Okay, that's actually good.
I don't know if that was intended to be a joke.
I hope it was.
So Kevin has finally come up with a decent plan to deal with these pesky dragons. Why did they change locations? Stay at the same window. Yeah, make a little mental note of that.
It's opening!
Oh, that's adorable.
Alright, strike three.
Sling wings.
Yeah, they're introduced like another episode.
Wow, they really aren't allowed to use any of the actual names in reference to a design, are they?
No, they made all original dragons.
Yes, original dragons. As there's a literal bronco right there.
Yeah, I say original. More like rip-offs. that was just a small monstrous nightmare. That was just a small deadly nadder. Gronkle, Night Fury. I don't know what the water one is.
Horrifying.
Horrifying, an abomination. Definitely gets a little sus.
They're really dragging this out, aren't they?
Yeah.
Wow, this is really dragging on.
Right, you have 5 strikes, one more like this, and you're actually out. Plan for barging in didn't work, so then Kevin just resorts to talking, which they probably should have done in the first place, because barging in and then bartering doesn't really seem like a trustworthy thing to do. Oh, never mind, it works.
I need to have a word with your
I am Kevin.
No, he's not Kevin. The other one's Kevin.
All three of them. I'm calling all 3 of them Kevin.
Okay. Even the female one.
Yes, they're all Kevin.
They are all Kevin. Okay, so apparently all 3 of them are called Kevin. Anyway, they come up with a I don't know what this plan is. Oh, just watch the clip.
wait, hold on. Aren't all 3 of them siblings?
I don't know. I know one of them's a cousin.
Well, at the very most, they're all related.
Yeah.
And they... No.
Oh no! No! I don't think those 2 are related, but because of getting in there, no!
Hey! One wink wink, 2 change wings.
As they always say, incest is wincest. After that Oscar-winning performance, with a slight uneasiness to it.
No! God, please, no! No!
The rescue riders finally figured out that the Slinkwings, those eggs, aren't actually Slinkwing eggs, and they got tricked. Oh, who would have thought? Oh, here we go. They're gonna figure it out now. The chief comes out with a very surprising revelation. He's transgender. No, he just likes flying on the dragons. I like riding on the dragons. That's it. I can tell he's just been stalling this entire time.
Need to find a new grain cave, but it's just been so much fun flying with you all, and I didn't even want
Yep.
to end.
So now back to the rescue riders fulfilling their plan. Unleashing their plan. Doing the plan. Words?
I almost believe they were our eggs. Wait, they're not right.
Wait,
Shut it, Kevin. You aren't funny.
question. Black sheep, got to do it now.
Hey, that's not how that song goes.
Really? I couldn't tell.
Why are the Kevins the best characters in this show?
Because they're like, I don't know, have a character, I guess? That isn't like the most actually no, it's still stereotypical. It's like it's just the 3 minion type people who are bad.
The 3 Stooges.
Yeah, there's 0 ounce of originality in this at all. All the characters are one note. All of them are rip-offs of like original dragons from How to Train Your Dragon. Also, they're the rocks with the berries on it. Actually, that's decent foreshadowing, which is surprising. Decent for this sort of show.
They aren't half bad.
He's still going at it.
Daphne and Boy return with the dragons explain what happened today. Who are they looking at? Oh, them. Sorry, I had my eyes closed. I thought
Why? It just ends like that.
Right, now episode 10, Slobber Power. Yeah.
I hate this. Eternal suffering. Wait, what?
Oh my god. I'm just accepting the farts and burps now.
He was about to die.
Yep, we start this episode with a burp/fart joke. It's really sad because they didn't really have these jokes initially in the first few episodes, and it's re-derailed because they run out of ideas. Yeah. The storyboard artist for this?
Oh no, poor storyboard.
Also, there's only 2. So you can tell the storyboard is pretty rushed. For a whole 24-minute episode for 14 episodes, that's quite...
I feel so sorry for them.
So the gang, or the rescue riders, are admiring the eggs from the previous episode.
So they have a plot point that's carrying on from the previous episode.
I guess. That's just weird. I thought these were just all episodic.
Same.
Apart from, like, the special here. Part 1, Part 2, but yeah.
The sound effect. It just goes down and then just goes boing.
They'll imprint on one of us instead. It's a huge responsibility.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't imprint on you because they're the mother or protector. They imprint on you because they think you're the mother.
Yeah. But even then, like, I don't think we should put children in charge of parental control.
Definitely.
Your children. No one.
The children.
The children.
The children.
They can't look after other children.
Maybe they're flightless dragons, like sea gronkles.
That would just be a nightmare.
Did they just say you sea gronkles?
Sea gronkles? Is that a thing?
They aren't allowed to call the purple dragon a gronkle. But they can still use the word gronkle, and they chose to put it next to the word sea.
A sea fatty dragon?
It's just floats.
It's just like a whale lord from Pokemon.
He just look into the ocean. They just see this massive blob just floating.
With like piddly little wings. Like a little stick, even smaller than them.
It has no wings. It's gotten so fat that its body is covered with wings.
Yeah, if you lift up the flap, you can see the little like snubs.
Boy
goes out and meets Elbone. He's set up a new business, which is a florist. This comes more into effect later.
No joke, I was exactly just about to say that, word for word. When was this show released?
2019.
Oh, this came out the same year as Hidden World.
Also, you haven't seen how much they've done. Just within like 2 years, they've made 2 seasons and like three like 2 or 3 shorts. Like 40-minute shorts.
The poor animators. Those poor animators could be working on anything. They could be working for Guillermo del Toro. They could be working on the Jurassic World show. But no, they're here working on this.
To be honest, I wouldn't mind animating this. Whoa, look at that. The egg hatches.
Eggs. What is that echo?
Yeah, that was weird. But oh, that's pretty cute.
It has horrible colours. It's just yellow.
Yellow and blue.
They have acidic drool to help digest their food. The last one I came across drooled on my diary.
But that's not what saliva is for.
Actually, it is. Saliva has enzymes in it, and help kill off bacteria and break down food a bit.
Yeah, but is it meant for digesting the food? I thought it was there to keep your mouth moisturized.
Not fully digesting, but it breaks it down. Hence why, like, that's why you sort of chew, because obviously you chew breaks it down, and then they get wet, so it's easier to swallow. You know.
Okay, that's on me. I just had a stupid moment.
I mean, even then, like, no, fair enough. It's not the most well-knowledge thing. But even then, yeah, it's not to help digest food or to the extremity of that. But I would still defend this because, I mean, these dragons can breathe fire. They usually have a gimmick with them. Like normal normal animals can't breathe fire, so. Yeah, this episode is a relatively chatty one. There's a few long conversations, so I apologise if you don't enjoy it. But basically what's happening, it imprints on Cutter.
He's trying to eat the cheese moon.
Why is this smoke? It's probably extremely acidic then.
You think?
Probably. It won't produce that sort of smoke and hurt that much if it was just normal saliva. It would have to have some sort of acid. Daphne did say this.
They have acidic drool. You're his new mom.
How every teenage pregnancy is. So Elbone has adventured out into the woods, gathering flowers and plants and whatnot. The other rescue riders follow him.
I shall call you Purple Plant.
I think Haggis is like the generic sheep name they give it. Heads up, another conversation. But this time it's about imprinting. But whilst we're talking, basically what happens is Cutter is struggling to look after the baby.
He picked you. He needs you.
No, he didn't pick him. He was the first thing he saw. He literally had no choice.
So what I find a bit weird, I guess they're taking it from birds, but typical like reptiles, when they lay eggs, they just sort of ditch to them. So they don't have the imprint thing. So I guess they're drawing it from birds, but I don't know if birds do the stereotypical. Oh, the first thing they see is their mum. I think I think they do know which one is their mum and dad, even if they've never seen them before.
I do believe that birds do imprint, especially some species more than others. And I am aware that some reptiles actually imprint as well.
Oh, do they? But I still feel like it's not because it's the first thing they see. They just have like a weird like.
Well, yeah, it is because of the first thing they see.
It might be like in terms of attitude though, if you know what I mean. Like they can tell if it's their parents or not. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure it is because it's the first thing they see.
But yeah, but if there's something like actively trying to like hurt you, then they're obviously not going to think it's their parents, is it?
Well, duh. I'm specifically on about a more passive example.
I don't know. I don't know enough about specific reptiles or birds, so.
Yeah, same here. We're both fighting a losing battle here.
Yeah.
That baby is only an hour old. I highly doubt he understands what you're saying.
Back to Elbone in the woods. To be honest, there's nothing really much to say. The rescue riders are just still following him. He's still exploring for plants. I mean, he discovers that they are following him. They were like right there. What the hell? He just didn't notice them.
Right there.
They were right under his feet.
They were camouflaged. They're change wings.
No. It's the sliver wings. The other species of dragon. The evil ones.
What?
Oh, yeah. He has a pet rock. Hey, you can't laugh at that. You can legitimately buy a pet rock.
Yes, a pet rock called Rocky, which put a Viking helmet on.
But then, because we need somewhat of a climactic piece and tie in the fact that the new babies need to sort of do something, I guess. I don't know. Everyone in the woods gets trapped.
I want to say something very inappropriate.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. Oh no! Why did you put that thought in my head? Why?
This is a preschool series. Don't think like that. No.
At first I was like, oh, okay, sure. Okay, sure. This is a show with dragons, of course. This can happen. But then you just said that.
So how didn't his blast work against a vine?
Agro manages to escape the clutches, so she goes back to the roost to get help from the others. More to think that Cutter can cut through the vines, but I think we all know what's actually going to happen.
This is why we can't have the munchies. Munchies. I was gonna say, the camera just pans to a well, and it turns out it drowned itself.
You just have a morbid morbid vision for this show.
The babies were initially lost, but luckily they were found. Bit of a pointless dramatise. I don't know what the words are. Look, this video is over an hour long now. It's help. I've been seeing too much of this kid show.
Baby dragon,
Baby shark doo doo.
Shut up.
Baby dragon doo.
If you were right here, I would actually punch you. His saliva should be burning through the barrel.
I mean, not worried, more like slightly concerned.
Why are you trying to prove that you don't care about something?
Who cares if she sees?
The others go on their way to help out the ones trapped in the vines.
No, leave the dragon there.
Well, no, he can't.
He's better off. He's safer there than he's safer there than here. Let me guess. The way this is gonna end is with the baby dragon's acidic spit can get through the vines.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as the cutting isn't working yet.
So yeah, to tie everything together, it's not Cutter that frees them, it's the slobber scales or whatever they were called. Acidic saliva thing.
He just slaps him.
It just hits him.
I'm adding that sound effect to that.
Top of the morning, you laddies.
Top of the morning! It's an Irish plant.
The baby should be running for its life right now.
You called it, by the way.
It just burns through its skin.
Yeah. That is definitely acidic saliva, so yeah, that would just burn through everything.
I like how anything happens in the show, my brain immediately goes to death, violence, even more death.
That would be like the most brilliant show ever. Like it presents itself as the most like childish thing in the world, but then it just takes a deep turn like every so often.
Yeah, again. It would be really controversial because preschoolers would actually watch it because of the art style.
I think there's been stuff like that. I think it was Sausage Party. It's an animated show. Yeah, and it's very adult.
So yes, everyone is now free and they all return back to Huts Galore for a happy ending.
Yikes.
Oh, imagine if it bit around the front.
Or maybe it would be good.
He just bites him. And the Viking goes, ooh.
Well, I'm taking this home.
It ends up being his kink.
Oh yeah, one last thing. The other two eggs hatches. So, rip Cutter.
That is not how it works.
Got triplets.
He got busy.
Right, that was just so awful. You're right, that's it. Off. You're off. Alright, get out of here. Oh, I smacked my desk in anger. Alright, that's it. So that's it. Indominus is completely banned off my channel. He is never ever coming back again. I'm only joking. We did agree this beforehand. Oh no, we should end it like that. You do one more and I say, alright, that's it. We just cut and then end.
Yeah.
I've actually participated in a series on his channel, so go over there. Links will be in the card and a description. We're commentating over Dinosaur King. It's pretty funny. She was there. She was there under the bridge.
Oh, I know the story. The person underneath the bridge ended up being the green M&M, right?
With the Shrek face plastered on it. So yeah, definitely go over there and check that out. And support him, because, yeah, it's fun. On to episode 11, Crash Course. Oh boy. Is this going to be a bit more of a boy-centric episode?
If only I could fly like Winger, I wouldn't be lost for dinner, or lunch, or everything.
Why is, like, the animation, like, stepped up? So we joined Burple this time, wishing that he was as fast as Winger. Or just wants to change everything about himself. I like the fact that they're diving in a bit more about this, because there has been constant references that he does want to be faster, so at least there is development in that sense. But also there's probably a good message within that.
I'm on a very strict diet. I only eat things that are delicious. Thanks.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. Is he gonna be like, is this gonna be like an episode where Burple wants to wish that he had better stuff, like he can be faster, and then he achieves the fastness? I don't know. How did he knock on the door?
I'm a Swiftwick. This is just how I am.
Swiftwick? What name is that? But this episode's going to be a little bit split. Whereas Burple is fantasizing about being extremely fast with Winger, Cutter and Daphne get into their own shenanigans.
My dragon hatchery / research lab! I know, I'm working on a better name.
Okay, I was going to say, it was a bit of a mouthful. Oh yeah, the babies.
Morning for joy flying.
Wow, flying around.
Can't feel my face.
You can't feel your face. I genuinely have no idea, like, where this is going though, to be honest.
And it'll make you the fastest rock splitter you can be. Thanks, Leyla.
Alright, yeah. Learn to be, like, faster in your own way. That's alright, yeah, I'm down with that. He's gonna be stuck. He's stuck. So, over with the boys. Burple's trying his best to copy Winger in all of his aerobatic moves.
Looks like it. Let's give him one he'll really like.
The hell? You've just been showing off? You're not helping your friend? Scumbags, a lot of you.
Huh?
Okay, this is pretty adorable. I think it's probably like my favourite episode so far. Because they're actually trying something relatively unique. Or the fact that I'm not under like any influence of alcohol or with a mate. I'm on my own this time. What was that? Bonk sound effect there would be best. Back to stuck Cutter. The girls try their best to reassure him and help him out. And Yeah, Cutter gets a bit too comfortable.
But now I'm stuck here forever.
Forever and ever.
Fading memory. Oh, we'll get you out. I promise.
That'd be so dramatic.
This is the life. Maybe being stuck's not so bad after all.
No. Lazy sh.
Back to Burple is stuck, or at least being hunted by wolves.
Is there going to be like a burp? I'm surprised, or any fat jokes. I'm surprised there hasn't been any of them. So why does Burple have a saddle? Like, no one actually rides him.
Laughing in the face of danger.
I laugh in the face of danger.
Unfortunately, in the crash landing, Burple really hurt his wings, so he cannot fly with it.
Boy.
And Winger catch up with him and apologise for showing off.
Oh. I think I saw like a screenshot or something of it earlier. Winger's wing is gonna hurt, and now they both gotta fly together.
I didn't mean to do such a crazy move like that.
At least you didn't get hurt, right?
I mean, you did mean to do a crazy move like that. You're trying to show off.
The girls, bless them, are trying their best to make Cutter comfortable, but he's starting to become a bit selfish.
Now he doesn't want to be free. Where? Conflict. It's just like two storylines that are like completely different from each other. That's what you get. He's gonna be free now. You're gonna get free. There you go. He's free. And now he's gonna pretend that he's free.
Finally. Cutter, how do you feel about northern lobster?
He's gonna pretend that he's not free now.
Oh, I have this itch on my left wing. Would you mind? Anything, Cutter?
Right, he's starting to become really unlikable now. Right.
Back to Boy. He ties up a rope or vine to Burple so they can get home. Unfortunately, it snaps, so they're going to have to start working together as a team.
It's his dream to go real fast.
Flap your good wing.
Come on, lefty! Going down!
Don't think that's going to help anyone. Not with that size. Oh, he's probably hurt his wing now.
They crash land again, because how they're flying is really unorthodox. And Winger, this time, really hurts his wing.
Yep.
So, Boy comes up with an ingenious plan to combine them both together.
Not gonna lie, this was not one of the most predictable episodes. Because I only saw it through the thumbnail of this video.
Also let the dragons see a different perspective. Winger has to go slower, seeing it from Burple's point of view, and Burple has the opportunity to go faster. Sort of what he always wished for.
That's an amazing idea.
Think I agree? This storyline, plotline, bad.
Back to head Cutter. The girls discover that he actually managed to get free, but was pretending.
And my fish basket being totally empty. Happy to bring you more fish.
Spoiled brat.
Revenge, 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 revenge.
I can't believe it! He's been faking it!
Got caught.
You can play at that game.
Go on, revenge.
Again, back to Burple and Winger are starting to work together to fly back home.
It just feels like 2 episodes in one.
Ooh, swift wingy. We still have to go higher.
Swift wingy. Your rocks are weighing you down.
Wait, one more.
Alright. I admit it, that one's the right one.
Revenge, 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 revenge.
I think we finally figured out a way to get you unstuck. You did? The slobber smelters can burn you out with their acidic drool.
I mean, to be honest, why didn't they try that?
Yes, burn Cutter alive. He deserves it.
Slobber him.
Boy.
And the others return home. And this episode, as I sort of said previously, just feels like 2 completely separate stories. mainly because towards the climax there's usually a connecting thread. This one really did not at all.
I can't feel my face!
Okay, right. Admit, not the worst episode in the world. A bit like two storylines in one there, but you know what? Okay, alright. I don't know if that's just because I'm actually normal this time, haven't been drinking nor with a friend. But to be honest, it's getting near the end of the video and it's already really long, so I guess it's glad that it's sort of short. Right, episode 12, Furious Fun. Interesting. Looks like we'll see more of Agro's family. And I'm falling off of my chair. Broken.
With great knowledge from the future, I can safely say you're wrong. Yeah, you're very wrong.
We keep suck. They'll start calling us the Rescue Roofers.
Rescue roofers?
Yep, because we join our rescue riders fixing a roof. Great! I mean, it's nice to see, like, odd chores, I guess. It makes sense. What's that? A child needs help?
Nah, just leave him. Let him fall. Let him crack his skull open.
Bit morbid.
You've got to be joking.
He's gonna become the next dragon rescue rider.
Yeah, reminds me of a young... Oh, me!
Alright, rescue riders.
You're not that old. You haven't even hit puberty yet. Oh, young me! Oh, how nostalgic. He's like 3 years younger than you at most. The hell?
Later the same evening.
All I can see is my bed, and it's calling to me. Burple! Burple! Come and sleep on me!
Get it, guys, because he's fat and lazy.
What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? Is it a monster? No, it's other fire furies.
Fire Furies! I knew it!
Fire furies.
What else? Fun! Woohoo! See you around, Agro!
Yes, sisters. Fun. Cause they wanna have fun. Is this the typical older teenage story doing something rebellious and it's going into a bad crowd? I don't know.
Sorta. I don't know. The main gripe is this: is that why like the younger children, which is all the rescue riders and these teenagers, obviously, why are they much more responsible than teenagers? It's like such a weird stereotype that just isn't true in the slightest. Yes, because teenagers are rebellious and want to have fun. Because haha, but it's like no.
I thought Yellow Cow Pike was your favourite. It is. I have a lot of favourites.
Of course you do. Aw, he's pretty cute.
Fingod's mother and the rescue riders agreed to have a dragon day out the next day, which I wish I had dragon day out. One can only dream.
Better fill our stomachs. Huh?
Where did you two come from? It's okay, everyone. These are my new friends.
Oh, I never actually introduced these. These two are called LeBurn and Cinder. Great names. Because they're older, they can teach Agro some new tricks.
Good laughing baby. What the hell? The hell? The music's good, what the hell?
Because they're teenagers, and as you know, all teenagers make a lot of noise and stay up all night, they're doing what I just said.
It is pretty loud when we're trying to sleep.
Wow, how irresponsible of them.
So gonna get any sleep tonight?
Well, most of us won't.
The next morning, the rescue riders wake up to a lot of mess that they left.
Haggis too?
Haggy!
I'm sure my new friend will help.
No, I don't think they will. They'll probably sleep because they're teenagers. even though that's just a very stereotype thing of teenagers.
The rescue riders clean up, and eventually those pesky teenagers do something and show another weird ability. I don't know if this thing is going to come in any point in the future. Probably not.
Just turn into a blowtorch.
But yes, Agro goes and hang out with the other teenagers.
It's just still boring at the end of the day.
Whilst the rescue riders fulfill their promise of giving that child, who I forgot the name of, a dragon day out.
Sharpen or chop it up. Going out of business, mate.
You don't think she likes her new friends better than us, do you?
Better than me?
Yes, she does. She loves them much better than you.
Long time to clean up the roofs, though.
Don't worry.
I don't care. Oh, how long has this episode got left? Just repeating stuff now.
Whilst those teenagers were guiding Agro on how to do some new abilities, they found a really cool and dangerous place. A place where there's a lot of geysers. Wow. You can tell where the conflict and the climax of this episode is going.
Keep practicing, Agro. You'll get it. Whoa!
I mean, it's nice that we're seeing more abilities because, to be honest, they were a bit one-note and basic. So it's nice that they have the developing extra abilities, and I guess it makes sense because they're young. Gives a chance for them to grow up, I guess.
You said pretty dangerous, but what I heard was pretty amazing. Let's go! But wait!
Ah, yes, because all teenagers want to go somewhere where it's dangerous.
We're back to the rescue riders. Again, that's just still showing the abilities of the dragons to Fingard. Yes, I remember the name of the child.
Let's show Fingard what a swift twin can really
A bit of an audio thing going on there, what the hell? Why was that child laughing while still on top of them?
I promise you'll come down tomorrow.
Why are these kids, like, acting like adults? It's so responsible, what the hell? Back to Agro, back to reality.
We keep on switching back and forth between the rescue riders and Agro.
Be careful. Those geezers can pop up anywhere.
Geezers! Those geezers can pop up from anywhere. Look out for those geezers. It's geyser. Geezers.
Just going home.
You can learn to say no. That's a good lesson. Falling for peer pressure. It's always a bad thing. Remember, kids, you can learn to say no. Epic guy. Teenagers saying epic unironically. Kid's gonna die.
So anyway, they get into a spot of bother. Very British of me. Agro gets stuck.
We're not rescuers. We're totally...
You gotta fly away. Fly away like the pussies you are. Hang off.
And from the brighter ideas from the teenagers, they also get stuck.
No! Don't run! You'll get...
Twats! Slamming in it. Oh my god, such a twat.
Whilst they were all simultaneously trying to help the child who somehow got there. Like a split second ago they were with the other rescue riders. How the hell did he walk like across some... whatever, I don't care.
It's kids' show.
But maybe there's a way we could signal them.
Are you doing the same thing as before and iced out? Great.
So Agro gets the bright idea of signalling the other rescue riders. This idea worked before. Surely it'll work again. He looks drunk.
And night out with the girls. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And of course it does, because these rescue riders, although they're probably like 6, have the IQ of an adult with decent education. What am I saying?
A signal of some sort.
Signal? You got that from that? Jumping to conclusions.
But scratch what I said before about the rescue riders having high IQ, because they have really low IQ, because how they rescue those dragons is so moronic.
I don't think that's the best idea. That's gonna be a build-up of pressure.
That's how you do it, cutter style.
No one cares, mate.
They plug up the holes of the other geysers so that the massive build-up of pressure. Very clever. Put yourself more in danger, why don't you?
Did she say mud?
How sticky is mud?
Also, it took them 5 years to figure out that the fact that they were stuck in mud, even though it's very blatantly obvious visually.
What the f... They were all going to die.
Why has my voiceover segment that's supposed to have reason and logic to it become more reactionary? Because I have a drink and it's the last like recording session, hopefully.
That makes 2 of us.
I really like her accent. I'm not too sure where it's from though. I know it's like a northern-ish one. Or Midland, I don't know. I don't know specifically, but I really like it. I say that, but I love all accents.
So as you could gather, like all the other episodes previously, once the rescue riders save the day, those pesky teenagers, they fly off. They don't care. Goodbye.
The Last of Us, don't reference the game.
And Agro shows off her new fantastic ability with impeccable drawing skills. Even though you need practice and like the right equipment. Whatever.
Oh, she figured it out all on her own, wow. Why did you try it? You're not a bloody dragon. In your experience, you haven't got any fire. Did it? I want to left it on that. Wow! Great work, guys. Oh boy. So this is the 2-parter. Episode 13 and the Grumble Guard Part 1. So 2-parter, interesting. Wow. Oh my god, what are those? Also, it's nice that they're carrying over ideas and themes from the previous one. The hell, they don't know velociraptors or something? You're speaking the language of the gods? What? Oh, he wants to read.
We join our rescue riders doing as they do, and they come across some baby dragons. Again, of course they do. They either come across eggs or baby dragons. That's it.
I did not think taking care of 4 baby dragons would be this difficult.
Yeah, especially as you're a child and not an adult. Yeah, they're like deadly nada stuff as well.
Don't worry, sis. We can handle.
I think they're like the best designed dragons here, to be honest. What the hell? I mean, there's still stolen elements from other dragons, but... So why does he have like a fin? Not a dorsal. I forgot what the fin is called. Like a dolphin. The hell?
So, boy goes home and meets up with Daphne.
If you're not going to finish that...
This is so weird.
Another fat joke!
To try and figure out what species of dragon these velociraptor things are.
Piercing shriek scales, that's what they are.
Piercing shriek scales. Do a better name, Jesus.
But unfortunately, as all babies do, they get hungry. And for whatever reason, they are very, very particular on what food they eat.
A bit like the mum or parent of the dragon's got to come by and, like, I don't know, smash the lighthouse up and kill all the other dragons. Yeah, I'm taking inspiration from Indominus for the morbid turns.
So, boy, and Daphne go out looking for the specific tree.
He just enjoyed. You should join the Rescue Riders.
But looky, those specific trees have been chopped down.
Isn't this where
Yes, that's what it is. There is the ground there.
So the Rescue Riders figured out that they need to go to a different island. And of course, boy, it is a complete and utter idiot, decides to go to the most dangerous island first. Because that makes logical sense.
Hazard Island is the biggest island. We have the best chance to find it.
Hazard Island, what a name is that? Hazard Island? Island that is
Crimson Pine.
Crimson Chin.
I sort of noticed, why is it always boy that goes out on the adventures? Why doesn't Daphne have her own solo adventures? She's always staying behind looking after the other dragons or the babies.
So hazardous. Not was dragons.
That's the word. Hazardous. I did it!
I guess Hazard Island was a pretty good name after all.
No, it's not. It's still awful. Burke is great, because it means idiot. Island of idiots. It's almost as if it might be a dragon!
Yes, there is a mysterious force stopping the crew from landing on that specific island they want to go to. But before we get into, the exciting and, interesting part of the episode, we have to skip back to Daphne for the reminder that the babies are still screaming. Remember that, children. The babies are still screaming. That's the motivation. Got it?
There has to be a way to get them to stop. What? I can't.
Grab him back. Bonk round the back of the head. That'll fix it.
Baba, black sheep, have you anyone? Come on! I wasn't that off key.
You were very off key. Don't ever sing again.
You could take them to the village.
It can't hurt.
Don't take it to the village where there's actual people living out their lives.
Thankfully, I'm editing this, so I skipped most of it. You're welcome.
Boy.
Comes up with a formation plan to get onto the island.
I'd love to. Just let me ask my wings. They said no.
Sort of had it. Hitting my edge of how much I could tolerate. Luckily, this is the second to the last episode. And technically the longest series. Season 2 is only 12 episodes. If I make another one of these.
That sort of works. They managed to get on.
Don't you dare touch my trees.
Don't you dare! You come down to Birmingham.
And look at this Chad, look at this grumpy old man walks out cave.
My sister and I were shipwrecked. A mother dragon rescued us and...
Not interested.
Like all of us. He's me! Found me in this universe. Ah, piss off, you old bastard.
Yeah, he's the one that's been so hazardous, and he's just the stereotypical old man, get off me lawn sort of guy.
I'll be fair. I'll give you to the count of one. Time's up.
I like him. He's my favourite character.
Doesn't even want to hear them out. There's no like logic behind any of this.
What heat? Maybe a battle cry should be "Field the mildly warm" or "Here comes the tepid."
Power blast!
You trying to tickle me, son?
I like this guy.
Don't come back!
Get off me, Lord! Get off me, prophecy! Daphne had a bright idea of bringing the screaming dragons to town to disturb all the other villagers. Can we get a round of applause for this?
Sorry, Morena.
I didn't even realise she was Spanish until now.
If you want, but Marina is still coming for you.
Why? How are you?
Back with Boy. There are talks about a Mega Blast. Bum bum bum.
Mum could, but I can't. How do you know? You've never tried.
Who is this mum? I know they were rescued as a kid or whatever, but we never see them. The hell? No context for this stuff. Oh, here we go. Here's a floor. Oh no.
As soon as this is brought up, you guess what's gonna happen. He's gonna be able to do it by the end. And I really don't care. Because it's not it's not really an interesting ability either, it's just a bigger, powerful, normal one.
You know what they say? If you can't beat them, get beaten by them.
Nobody says that.
They will after today.
And that's never ever gonna catch on.
Boy had a plan. It's really obvious, and to be honest, surprising that the actual grumpy old man dragon even figured it out himself, so...
Well, if you came for pain, you can have plenty of that!
Oh, he has the one-liners? I thought you were old enough to realise it doesn't matter.
I'll catch him.
Retreat!
Oh, he didn't. He stayed on there. He did not communicate this at all with the other dragons. We don't need a flashback. We know what happened. Go back to these. Can we go back to the island? That's more interesting. It's just boring. It's just the same thing. They scream, nothing else works.
And decrepit old lady, Morena, does some funky dancing to shut them up.
I am horrified. And that's something meaningless.
Right. Definitely tries to copy it. I know, I guess that's the thing that she's trying to do now. I don't care. Where's the skip button?
Now you'll really pay for trespassing on my island. You really should have left when you had the chance.
Don't stop it with like the aha. No one cares. At the chow. Oh, it was just weird.
He manages to grab the bark that he needs. Drampa, I'm just gonna call him Drampa because he's pretty much an old man dragon, which is that Pokemon.
Think smarter, not harder. Oh, we don't like you.
Fights against him, but the rescue riders have a brilliant plan. They use brains over brawn. Yes, I managed to trap Drampa in the rocks.
You found it on
They eat bark. They look very carnivorous.
I'm so hilarious.
No, you're not. Don't ever make a joke again.
So yeah, the babies do like the food that they got. Congratulations. But remember that I said this is part 1 of part 2?
Grumble Guard Part 1, so... 2-parter, interesting.
A 2-part special. Look at that! Drumpers coming to the island to mess them up. I wonder how this is going to go down.
big guy, he's coming. Oh, part 2. In memory of our friend and colleague. Oh, I didn't expect that at the end. Oh, that's quite sweet. That caught me off guard, to be honest. Oh, now I feel like me now, like, taking the piss out of the show. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Thoughts and prayers to the family and friends. Oh, no. Oh, no. Also, Grumble Guard, part 2. Yay. Final one, thank God.
For as long as we can.
Any ideas on how to do that?
I'll think of something.
Smack his bosom. I know he's a grumpy old man, he might enjoy that. So, we jump in exactly where we left off. Dramper storming the island. Thinks he can deter him, to hold him off. I don't know, he thinks he could do something. But he can't.
Oh no!
Heartscalor's gonna die.
I trusted you!
Did he have like a voice act change? Magnus in a long time. Okay. Oh, there he is. Okay, is that all he's getting? I thought we'd have something a bit more than that. Like, that's actually a motivation not to like dragons anymore. So, Dramper terrorizes Heartscalor. And then completely stops that.
If you Dragon Riders don't leave this island before sunset tomorrow, I'll be back. And I'll blow this entire village and everyone in it into the sea.
Why threaten? We just do it now. For some reason, why didn't you just carry on terrorizing the island? Or just completely give up? Because surely you have something better to do, you grumpy old man. Really petty, and he's like hundreds of years old. Do you think he'll grow out of that by now? I guess they're doing a bit of a full circle thing, because the first episode's about them finding a home. Now the threat is like, oh, we should leave it.
Rescue riders were nothing but trouble. No, we just...
He's British. What? Have they just had like changing of voice actors like midway through?
What? I told you these...
No, that's his normal voice. They just... Oh my god, I think they muddled it up.
The rescue runs must go!
And wow, he actually has motivation for once. Took him like the whole bloody season. From this catastrophe, the townspeople are actually siding for Magnus for once, and actually don't like the rescue riders. Wow, something that makes sense.
Pair of defenses.
We can't let the town fight this.
I think they actually had it muddled before, to be honest. This is really weird. They changed up the voice actors, like switched it around. So the townspeople don't like them there. The grumpy old Dramper doesn't want them there. Will the rescue riders leave? Who knows? I mean, it's pretty obvious what the answer is.
Because if Grumbleguard blows away the island, the Slinkwings will be blown away too.
Exactly.
Not really. He's probably only focusing on that one specific part of the island. But desperate times calls for desperate measures. So they speak to the Slinkwings.
Slinkwings!
Are we going to see Frank again? Frank. Frank!
And we can't save the island without your help.
Wait!
You blow an island into the sea. Evening. The children are talking about, will they actually leave Heartscalor? We all know the actual answer. Was he just in their stomachs? What the hell? What? You have to leave? I think. Let's hope they do leave, and then there's no other seasons or shorts ever again. I know that's just completely wrong. And watch out, Dramper comes out of nowhere to attack them. But as I said, they came up with a plan with Slinkwings, and they overpowered him. So why is he just still doing this? Like, dude, you're old. I get like the first attack, but like, come on, you don't need to do it again. They're not going to disturb you again.
Funny thing is, we've seen the Slinkwings as the evil dragons throughout the entire series. Guess what they do? They backstab the rescue riders! And they take over Hazard Island. Who would have thunk it?
Thanks to you, it's ours now.
Wow, big misunderstanding. Wow, backstab, who would have thought? Also, wasn't there a whole episode that they couldn't get thingy out of it? Now they just can.
But you know, as Dramper is completely immobilized, the rescue riders use this chance to actually talk some sense into him.
Aww.
You must be a forever horn.
That's right. A distant relative of the Forever Wing, the longest living dragon. We know everything.
Forever Wing? So, what? You're linked to... What? Hang on. Hang on a second. He's a forever horn, but they're related to forever wings, which are actual dragons in How to Train Your Dragon. Don't know if they're fully canon, due to their only appearance are in the comics. I think they're widely accepted to be sort of a part of the universe, even though, again, links with a plot hole, like they're a dragon, that's like, they're pretty much dragon islands, or a dragon that's so big that becomes an island, and yeah, they just all go in the hidden world, guys.
And explain the fact that they're really just trying to provide for some babies. Babas. And he's like, well, I get what that's like. I'm so old, I know what it's like. I know what it's like after raised 2 generations. No, I don't know. He finally now just gets it.
Wow, they actually talked. He should have talked to them in the first place. He's 270 years old, yet he doesn't learn basic...
Sorry I attacked you in your village. I didn't know what was going on.
We're sorry.
He didn't know common sense or basic decency.
We're gonna get your island back.
Woo!
So they team up and fly back to Hazard Island to deal with those pesky Slinkwings. Oh, the true climax against those evil dragons.
The climax is here, using all of the abilities.
Alright, rescue riders, let's wing it!
Wing it. Can we not use that ever again? Because I don't know why I didn't predict that they were going to backstab him. I mean, it's stereotypical, but like, I don't know. I guess I've turned my mind off at this point. I can't be bothered. I'm tired. This is the last episode. This is a long ass video. You guys are probably tired. A project a bit bigger than I initially thought it would be. What? Slow-mo?
So taking off all the boxes with the most basic laws of filmmaking, Chekhov's gun, foreshadowing, all that sort of stuff. Yes, that Mega Blast.
Oh, he's gonna do a Mega Blast now and win the day.
This is a Wonderwood tree. The root will give you the power.
Oh. Wow. Convenience.
Here it comes.
He's gonna do the Mega Blast. Watch him fail. Please just fail. Suck. He's a vacuum cleaner.
But also, it turns out, you just had to believe all along. That's what it was. Just believe.
But you said
The power was in him the entire time. It's just the confidence thing.
The most generic stuff that we've heard, like, all the time.
Oh, can this be over? I've hit my peak of boredom. This is it. No more, please.
With the Slinkwings kindly gone, the rescue riders go and head home, I guess. Depends on how the townspeople feel.
How long is this going to be drawn out for? Crippling depression.
Anyway, but the babies, they look really depressed. I wonder why. No, it's because they miss Grandpapa.
Oh, he just wants an excuse to see the babies.
The little ones. You know, to make them a little less annoying.
Grandpa now?
You know, that sounds suspicious.
What are they doing? He comes by, you know, I don't know why. He's like, sup, actually sort of miss him. Here's sort of the retcon for make everything done for season 2.
So there's an actual adult who's gonna raise the children? Oh, I guess that rescues that arc. I mean, I guess there's a quick way of fixing it, but it would have been nice if they had like individual episodes, like giving them something, like giving them adults or something, but
even though it would have been nice if they all had like individual episodes to sort them out. Grandpa takes them on as orphans and raises them up.
bye! Hold on. So I guess they reset everything for season 2. All the other specials, which... Am I gonna have to go into that? Oh no!
Back in '07, I was in an unsuccessful TV show.
So with this series, there are many issues. There's so many stereotypes and characters, plots, everything. It's stuff that we've seen a million amount of times before. There's like 0 ounce of originality. There's so many designs that are just pretty much carbon copies of How to Train Dragon, with the Power Blast, Rock Spitter equals Gronkle, Swift Ring, Night Furies. The list goes on, like anything and everything to do with dragons themselves. And even when they do try to do something imaginary, they are the best episodes, but sometimes the logic is just really weird. It's like no one gives a chance to anyone to explain themselves. I can understand if they explain themselves and perhaps don't believe them, but not even that of a chance. I don't know. The dialogue itself is pretty good. I mean, there are terrible jokes. I'm ignoring that. I mean, how they're handling those stereotypes. Like, for example, the look behind you scene, there's an actual ghost. Although that scene in itself is a stereotype, at least the dialogue itself was quite original and a bit more wittier and charming compared to like a lot of other preschool series. The animation, textures, models, all that decent, but that's probably because they have a bit more budget and the technology to create something good. Sound effects are stupid, but to be honest, I feel like that's just to entice the young audience, so I don't really have any complaints from there. The music, not really that noticeable. There's a jolt in some areas, but they're more like action pieces, but whatever. If I sound angry or get annoyed, this is quite played up for the video, for your entertainment, but in general, I really don't care, because it personally doesn't affect me, and you know, I could probably sit down and watch it with if I have my own children. So overall, to be honest, it's an alright show, but to be honest, I'm really not expecting much. There is quite low effort content when it comes to really young children's entertainment, which I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. That's just another complete discussion on its own. This episode took a lot longer than anticipated. I thought it was going to be like an hour long. It turned out to 2 hours, and it took over a month to edit. Oh, I do apologise for the long wait time. I literally was editing this pretty much every day and working on this video so long. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and you know what? Leave a like. I don't know if I should set a like or not. I don't know how well or poorly this is gonna do. If I get a lot of positive feedback, then I'll definitely make another. I could do the other series and the shorts. But for now, I'm gonna work on something else. I forget about this preschool series. Thank you again for Adonis for joining me in this video. I'll see you all next time. TTFN, and ta-ta for now.